everybody. Welcome to Books and Bathos.
A podcast for the reluctant reader
We're here at Dragonfly Book Bar.
in Bristol, Virginia.
Hey, my name is Shawn Carter.
And I'm Chris Tester.
This week we read, what did we read?
3 Bags Full.
That's right. A mystery told from the perspective of
Sheep.
sheep. This is an interesting pick.
Yeah.
Who picked this? Was this?
I think Anna
It
picked
wasn't
it. And she's not here to defend herself, so I'm going to definitely say Anna picked it.
Yeah.
Um,
It wasn't me. I know that.
Yeah. And I think probably both Shawn and I have some strong opinions about this book.
Mm.
But I guess first, let's kind of give a summary of...
So the folks at home can understand what it is that we read this week.
And
maybe they want to read it, if they haven't already.
Wait a little bit before you go out there and buy this book, I would say, until you get to the ratings portion of the... Maybe some foreshadowing there. So it's about a herd of sheep.
Mm-hmm. Some might say flock, but herd works too, I think.
I think it's interchangeable.
I think they use them both in the book. Who am I to question their research on the subject?
I would think sheep are the experts in that field.
Yeah, I think they would know.
So it follows a few Maine sheep.
Mm-hmm. Not from Maine. They're in Scotland?
Somewhere. It's Ireland, Scotland. It's Glenkill is where they're at.
Where is that?
Yeah. So
is that
please
Scotland?
answer.
Is that Ireland?
Answer that in the comments.
I'm gonna be so embarrassed if it's like in Tasmania or something like that.
Well, it was written, I think, by a German author. So, but it's definitely in Great Britain because they kept talking about going to Europe, and it was a weird.
Yeah, they were like, someday we'll go to Europe.
Yeah, and I was like, you're already in Europe. Dumb sheep.
I think you're there, sheep.
But it follows a few sheep, and at the beginning of the story, it kind of talks about how the shepherd George Glenn, like really cares about his sheep and like reads stories to them, especially like mysteries and things like that.
Yeah.
And then he, spoiler alert, is killed.
I don't think you need to. It's like the first chapter. It's maybe the first page.
Yeah, I think it would be in the trailer of the movie.
Yeah.
Which there is a movie, which I haven't seen it yet, but.
I mean, the entire premise of the book is that he was murdered, and these sheep
are trying to solve it.
Yeah, solve the murder so that they can put the cuffs on. I don't know what their plan was for justice.
But they liked saying it.
But they did like talking about justice.
Yeah, my boy Mopple liked saying justice.
Mopple the whale. So there are a few different sheep that have different sorts of personalities and sort of strengths and weaknesses and whatnot. So, it's interesting. It is mostly told from their perspective.
Yeah, there are a few chapters here and there that kind of...
Yeah,
there's like a detective's perspective for a little bit, and then it shifts.
Not much of it, though.
No, it's mostly from the sheep.
It's mostly you being in the flock. Hey! Boom. Okay. So, anyways, if you had to sum up this book with one word, what would that word be?
Underwhelming. That doesn't really tell you that much. Actually, it kind of does tell you a little bit about the plot too. I wasn't a huge fan of this book. I had a hard time getting into it, and then once things started to resolve, I kind of also wasn't, like, every time they presented a small facet of the mystery and solved it, I was underwhelmed at pretty much every one of those moments.
Okay.
So it just, I think I've learned that this wasn't the book for me.
Yeah.
What about you, Shawn?
If I had to describe this book in one word, I would say badass. Badass. It was a
Oh,
badass book.
see, I would use both of those words, but I just
Oh, no.
maybe not.
Oh, so you really didn't like it. So the way that I feel about this book
Yeah.
is that initially it was tough to get into,
Yeah.
and I would say anybody that's reading this book, do not go into it like a normal mystery or thriller or like something where you're going to get some big reveal. Go into it like just trying to enjoy this sort of environment that is created
Yeah.
throughout the book.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like a fun story from the perspective of sheep.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be that.
By the end of it, I was enjoying this sort of like their sort of society that they had within their flock, I guess. Like I was starting to enjoy that.
I mean, so I will say I did think the ending was the best part of it because it was over.
Come on, Chris.
No, but there was also about halfway through. There's a character. Well, actually, I guess it's maybe a little bit later. There's a ram that comes back, and I think he is probably the most compelling character.
Yeah.
That helped it. Like that helped me continue to read the book. There were multiple times where I wanted to quit. There were times that I wanted to text our group chat and be like, "Are we sure?"
I think you did text.
Yeah.
You're like, "Do we really want to do this?"
Yeah.
And I had waited until after you guys had started.
Yeah.
I was a little bit behind you in the book, but usually we talk on this podcast about like how we consume the book, and so I will talk about that now. I basically listened to this book in its entirety while painting a condo. So for me, yeah, I wasn't taking any time away from anything and sitting down on my couch and being like, this is how I'm spending my leisure time.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
But also I was painting the whole time.
Yeah. A captive audience.
On 1X.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So this was a weird kind of 2 weeks for me in terms of the way that I consumed the book. I had a lot of driving this week or this past week.
You're going to Chattanooga?
Yeah, I did a comedy competition in Chattanooga.
That's right, and you passed through the first round.
Yeah.
Nice job.
But because of that, I was driving a lot, and so I listened to the audiobook quite a bit, just without reading alongside it.
Yeah.
And I was listening at like 1.2 times speed, like not anything really.
Yeah.
But that, I will say, was the hardest time for me to focus on the book. Like every time I was doing that, I was like, oh, I could be calling people, and and if you know me, you know that that's not necessarily my first go-to thing.
Chris
that
isn't ever calling me. He only calls you if he's trying to avoid doing something else.
So
if you get Chris on the phone, you're like, "What's wrong right now?"
So yeah, it was a weird dynamic, but I probably consumed about half the book that way, and then half of it like reading alongside listening to the audiobook.
Yeah, I would say like listening to it, I had to kind of go back quite a few times to catch the last few pages that I had. You know when you just start thinking about something else?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that a few times.
I'll be honest with you. I had those moments where I spaced out, but I did not go back.
You just missed large portions of the book.
They'd be like, "Oh, Mopple, okay, yeah." Oh, I was like, "Yeah, that makes sense."
Yeah.
Do you want to get to how we would rate the book out of 451 degrees Fahrenheit?
Yeah. Let's do that.
I'll go first because I think yours is going to be a slightly.
I'm probably going to be higher than you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just from what we've said already, I'm guessing that mine's going to be higher than 1 degree.
It's not quite 1 degree. I had to think about this a lot whenever I was trying to come up with a number. And ultimately, I kind of settled on some tiers within our rating system. And to me, like anything below 75 degrees Fahrenheit, I thought would be like offensive. Like it would be offensive to read it to me. And so then like the next tier is just like not like bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then like yeah. And then like the tier after that when you get into like 200 is like it was a fair like a fine book. Yeah. It wasn't something that I had to read, but it wasn't necessarily. Like,
you could have given up on this at any point.
Yeah.
And you would have not felt like you missed out.
Right. So, and that kind of brings me to the number. I'm gonna say I think it was like 123 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow.
This is the worst rating you've given so far.
By far.
Yeah.
It really recontextualizes all the books that we've read to this point. For me, it was not an easy read for me, and because of that, I think that is reflected in the score.
Chris only likes easy reads.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, I'm gonna be a little bit more generous with this. I think I'll go as high as 250. I'm gonna go this 250 degrees. So for me, it's like right in the middle. Like, it's of the books that we've read so far, it's definitely not as good as maybe any of them.
I would agree with that.
Starter villain in this, I would maybe put near.
See, to me, at least with starter villain, I would recommend someone read starter villain. I don't think I would ever recommend someone read Three Bags Full.
See, I feel like I would be just as likely to recommend either of these two books to somebody because they're definitely like they're different. I would recommend them to different people.
That's fair.
Like people that like things that are really quirky and strange.
They'd be like starter villain, and then people that like bad things. I mean, you could recommend Three Bags Full. Or if you really like sheep, I guess.
Yeah. There were a few references of this guy being too into a sheep during the book.
Yeah. There were times where things were getting descriptive on like sheep biting behind each other's ears and stuff, and I was like, I don't need to read this.
It's too spicy for you.
Yeah, I was like
those sheep like to cuddle.
I was like, bring me back to that Victorian romance novel we just read, because I would much rather do that than this.
Yeah. So 250,
123.
123.
So I mean, not a bad score. Not the worst. Well, it is the worst that we've done.
It is the worst score that we've given. But as I said, I started out real high with the first books that we.
And let's be honest. Hopefully, it is the worst score that we ever give.
By the end of it, I was kind of enjoying it. I've already said that, but I think it's worth noting.
Okay.
Yeah. I did laugh out loud at one point during this book. Gosh. Did you ever laugh out loud during this book?
No.
I mean, loudly.
What part?
I would have to look it up again. I forgot what it was that was said.
See, this makes me feel bad as a comedian.
Because you laughed out loud.
Yeah, you've laughed at some of my jokes, and now I'm like, this is the bar that we've set.
Well, don't worry. I haven't laughed at any of your jokes recently.
Oh, thank you.
What was it? Friday night. I didn't laugh at any of them. But you got a couple of applause breaks on Friday night. Yeah. That was really nice. And on a show that the crowd was not easy.
Yeah.
Back to them. Ooh.
Oh, gosh.
I don't think that made it. Cut that.
Don't worry, Shawn. I will cut that.
Whoever's editing this, cut it.
Chris.
Cut it like you're the butcher.
Also, kind of, I felt a little bit bad for the butcher.
Yeah, the butcher is a bit of a tragic
Yeah,
character in this.
because one is the girl that he loves ends up marrying George, right? And then he's even talking about how he can't move on from it and like all these other things in that scene with the priest. And then on top of it, like she gave him a necklace, right? And the townspeople stole it and planted it as like like false evidence.
Mm-hmm.
And then he knew that happened and tried to find it, but then the sheep took the necklace and like moved it. Like he really was. I mean, it was just like kind of a tragic thing where it was like everything bad that could have happened did happen to him.
Yeah.
And kind of was the only good guy in the town.
Arguably.
Because nobody else seemed to feel bad about George's death. And then, like, he was like, afterwards, when he learned how it actually happened, was like, I should have done more. I should have reached out. I should have talked to him more.
Yeah.
He was the only person that had that reaction.
He actually felt something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna adopt Mopple the whale.
I don't think he could adopt him. Could he?
I mean,
They're
wasn't.
flocked, they stay
Yeah, it wasn't part of the will, but I think it would have been a fun.
Yeah.
If that now that story I would read, The Adventures of Ham and Mopple the whale.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I like the sheep talking to each other.
Oh.
I really like that some of them can understand things and others are a little smarter. And
oh, did you like the
you
dynamic?
Go be a cloud in the sky.
Yeah, the cloud sheep. Did you like the dynamic of Gabriel's flock versus George's flock?
Yeah, sort of. I mean, Gabriel's flock was just.
It was a little weird, right? Like, because they were almost like non-sentient.
Yes, they were like what you would think normal sheep are.
Yeah.
And then George's flock is so much more clever. And I don't know if that's just because he reads to them.
I think it's part of it, yeah.
You know, that's the point of this book.
Is you should be reading to sheep if you don't want to eat them.
If you don't want to eat them.
Yeah.
If you just want to shear them.
If you want to eat the sheep, don't read to them.
Don't read to them.
Bad idea.
Yeah, not cool, dude.
No.
You're going to make your sheep sentient and then you're going to eat them?
Yeah.
Mm-mm. The butcher never read to any sheep.
He never what?
Read to any sheep.
No.
No.
But he didn't have sheep.
That's right. He just got them and then did his thing.
But he also felt remorse for that, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, he's really, like, of the human characters, he's by far the most complicated one.
Yeah. I like how the sheep love Gabriel.
And then hate him?
Yes. In the beginning, they're like, this guy, he wears wool.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a guy. He smells like a sheep. All right. Do you have a favorite quote from the book?
I do.
Let me see if I can find mine.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You should go first.
Okay. So, my favorite quote actually comes from a character that is introduced very late. And arguably, I think is the coolest of the sheep characters, kind of by far.
Sir Richard.
No. But it was during the cleverest sheep contest.
Right.
And it starts off basically Fosco, one of the sheep, just performed their act, and it was drinking a pint of Guinness.
Which is what proves that he's a clever sheep.
Right.
Which is wild, because if that's what proves you're clever.
Well, I think this is what makes this such a great quote.
All the guys that I know from Boston are
clever.
Pretty clever sheep.
They are clever for sheep, probably.
for sheep they are.
But it's not a difficult thing to do, said Zora. Fosco was unmoved. That just shows you how smart I am. Why would I do something difficult when I can win with something easy? And I thought that was just a really baller line to drop. Because everybody's like, that's not even that impressive. And he was like, exactly.
Yeah. So these quotes, the quotes that have to do specifically with the cleverest sheep line, cleverest sheep competition, really like make me feel and think about comedy and how it works. Very much so.
Well,
because in the very beginning of the book, they have a line that's basically like, well, is it Maple is probably the cleverest of all of the sheep, but she would never be in the cleverest sheep
because
competition
she's clever.
Because she's too clever to be in it. Or she's too smart, and she knows that winning it just gets you paraded around to different places to do your trick. And then you get to the competition, and you've got this sheep who is clever enough to drink a beer, but also could probably do even better things. But is like, give the people what they want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that is part of stand-up comedy too. There's a lot of stand-up comedians that are very smart and could be doing more than they're doing, but it doesn't have mass appeal.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
for example,
a hard balance.
A book podcast doesn't have mass appeal.
Yeah.
We should be, what we should be doing, if we want to be very popular, is making fun of people less fortunate than us.
Oh, the Punching Down podcast.
Oh, man. Imagine if somebody just named their podcast that. Just be upfront about it, you know?
No, but now that you're saying it, as someone who did quite literally just do a
comedy competition this week.
Yeah, stand-up comedy competition. Like, there are some parallels to it.
It's so. Look, I understand. I also didn't enter that competition.
Yeah.
Because I'm too clever. No, but I thought it would be fun. Yeah. I think competitions are fun.
So
until you get knocked out, and then they're not fun.
Like, it was fun. Like, like the whole weekend was fun. Like, there was a lot of it that I really enjoyed. There is the aspect of, like, comedy inherently isn't, like, necessarily supposed to be competitive.
Right. Of course.
But, like, I am a very competitive person, and, like, when I'm in the setting of a competition, I can't help but be competitive.
Yeah, it's a fun scene, the cleverest sheep scene. Yeah. It's good. I like it. My favorite quote comes from the more religious side of this book, which they touch on a little bit.
Yeah.
Chris is already rolling his eyes. But why are you rolling your eyes? You don't appreciate the way that they...
Go ahead.
Okay. So it's just about how they have the big house.
Yeah.
You know, they don't really understand what a church is or what God is or whatever. Yeah. They think God is a man that lives in this big house, right? And so they're talking about how they have this big house and they have this apple tree, but they've built the fence around the apple tree so that nobody can eat the fruit, which I think is such a great line and describes many, not all, churches.
Yeah. Here's the problem that I have with a lot of the, I guess, religious symbolism in the book. If you want to tackle religious symbolism, that's fine. I don't mind it at all. My only issue is it's not consistent with the rest of the book.
Okay, how so?
The sheep are smart enough to know all of these different people and their jobs, their professions, all of these things. But for some reason, when it comes to the priest, the one character, they have no way to comprehend, even though people are talking about it constantly. like they've obviously heard all of these things,
Mm-hmm.
but and they can comprehend it with all of the other professions, but for some reason this one is abstract enough to them that they can't comprehend it.
Yeah.
Um, and then on top of it, the God thing gets really old really quick.
Okay.
Like I, it was a fun little quip the first time where
Yeah.
they mistake his name for God, but then when you're another 300 pages into the book and they're still doing it, it's like okay, man. Like
Oh, you want them to just like realize
well,
that
they
he's just a
also refer
priest?
to him as Father William multiple times in the book.
Okay. So you're saying that?
They should have known.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know, maybe 123 was too generous. I
I should have brought this up, but I'm enjoying it.
no, like I said, I think some of the aspects of that it was very clever writing. Just to
Yeah.
me, it got old pretty quickly. Um, Now I will say I did really enjoy the scenes of um, when Othello like got into the church, right? And then like
Oh
he was
yeah.
um,
Yeah, I thought that was a fun scene.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
one of the more fun scenes of
Yes.
the book. Like, and then he's like in the confessional, and
Yeah.
then
If you're
he,
reading, skip ahead. Skip ahead to.
yeah, just do that part, really.
Maybe that's. Is this going to be a TV show? Is that? Did
I
I
think
read
it's a
that?
movie.
A movie. Okay.
Um, and it has like a pretty good cast from what I saw. Like
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman is in it as one of the sheep, I think. So you don't like Hugh Jackman,
Just are you Wolverine?
or
Are you
are
the
you a
Greatest
sheep?
Showman? Like, I just want him to pick
Are
a
you
lane.
unfamiliar? Are you
Pick a
unfamiliar
lane.
with acting? Like what?
No, some people can do more than one thing. I think Hugh Jackman should just be Wolverine. Let's just leave it at that. I don't think Hugh Jackman should be in other stuff. Only Wolverine movies. And I'll take as many as you're gonna make. You make 20 Wolverine movies, I'll watch every one of them. I watched Logan, all right?
Yeah, but Logan
But
was one of the good ones.
I don't need to see him in anything else. Name one good thing that he's been in other than a Wolverine movie, X-Men movie.
Les Miserables.
No,
Uh,
wrong.
uh, Australia.
Wrong.
Um,
Anyways, who else is gonna be in this movie?
that is a good question.
Great cast. This is a great cast.
Laura Dern, maybe?
Oh,
No, it's not Laura Dern, but it's someone
wow.
who's like Laura Dern.
Oh, you got my hopes up, and now they're crushed.
Laura Dern is the Jurassic Park lady, right?
Yes, I believe so.
I'll just quickly look up Three Bags.
She's only allowed to be in Jurassic Park movies. That's all we need you for, Laura Dern.
Laura Dern, if you want to be in a movie about sheep, you can. But just know, and I think everybody would agree with me on this, sheep aren't as cool as dinosaurs.
It's true. What if dinosaurs were covered in wool? Like, we just got that wrong the whole time.
Well, I mean, there's been that big push for the feathers.
Feathers, yes. Yes, but what if it wasn't feathers?
It was
What if
full.
it was
It
wool?
was wool.
Yeah. That would be so much cooler. Big T-Rex just covered in wool coming after you.
And then imagine like prehistoric people that were like trying to farm wool from dinosaurs.
You could get so much wool off of a dinosaur.
Oh yeah.
You would be clothed forever. Just off of one brontosaurus. Is that a real dinosaur? Brontosaurus?
Yeah. Well, it's a little bit debated.
Listen, all I know
Emma
is I used to
Thompson.
read about dinosaurs when I was a young child, and now all the dinosaur books are different when I read them to my daughter.
Yeah.
They got these names in there that I can't even pronounce anymore.
You lost the ability to pronounce them.
I think I never
Oh, it's
had
the
them.
R thing, Boston.
Anyways, who was it?
Emma Thompson.
Emma Thompson. Okay.
Bryan Cranston's in it.
Oh man, I will watch it.
So Bryan Cranston can be in anything.
Bryan Cranston can be in anything. I mean, you see that range? Malcolm in the Middle, Breaking Bad. Right in the middle, you've got Three
Sheep.
Bags Full.
Yeah. Well, it is called Sheep Detective.
3 bags full of meth.
3 bags full in the middle.
3 bags full in the middle, yeah.
Yeah. No, Bryan Cranston, an incredible actor. I'm curious actually now who he plays. Oh, if it makes you feel better, Hugh Jackman plays George.
Oh.
So he'll die.
That
does that make you feel better?
It would be cooler though if they tried to kill him, but he kept living.
Wolverine.
Because he kept like healing himself.
Do you just wish that every movie, even if it wasn't advertised as that, Hugh Jackman was Wolverine?
It would be so good.
It would be funny.
Like if it was the last scene of Les Mis, and he just started taking people out, man.
It's like the idea of the Leonardo DiCaprio movie universe. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Like that they're all connected?
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay.
Which
well,
Inception really makes
so
it
easy to do that though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because like Titanic, that's just a dream.
Right, of course. They're all just dreams.
Except for the
Basketball
last part.
Diaries. It's a tough one to watch.
I've never seen it.
Don't.
Is it not good?
I mean, it's just
sad.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
It is a very good performance from Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
You know what I've been reading that is awful? The Wizard of Oz.
Oh yeah.
Dude, so much death.
Yeah.
In The Wizard of Oz. I'm reading this to my 5-year-old. I mean, there's bodies just falling left and right.
That oh shoot. Who sings it? Bodies on the Floor.
Oh yeah, Drowning Pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That song's about
It's about the Wizard of Oz. Yeah. Dorothy just walking through the forest and Drowning Pool is just playing.
Yeah.
While just laying waste to all of these creatures.
Yeah, I think most people would say that The Wizard of Oz probably was a better movie than a book.
I would agree with that assessment.
And it's a okay movie.
Oh, you don't like the movie?
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's old. They use Technicolor. That's
It's very old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive, I guess. Yeah. But anyway, let's get back to 3 bags full.
Oh yeah, let's talk about 3 bags full.
So we've talked about our favorite quotes. We've talked about
We gave it a rating.
We kind of summed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I would say if you made it this far and you haven't read the book, maybe consider just going to the movie and watching it if you want. Like I said, I don't think you're going to lose out on anything by not reading it.
Oh, God. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I didn't get a chance to really write out the full, much more structured thing. But I'll tell you the scene that I would like to see.
Okay.
With the sheep crossover. So if we would have 3 bags full crossover with the other Bennett sister, I think what we would have is when the Mary Bennett and Mr. Ryder and all of them are walking up the mountain, there's a flock of sheep.
Yeah.
Right? And now this is going to be told from the sheep's perspective, and they're going to be noticing Mary. And they're going to be
like, who's that hot lady? Like, she smells good.
Yes, it's all going to be about what they smell like, because that's mostly what the sheep are concerned with. And they're just going to talk about how plain she smells, how ordinary she smells, How she could never get a man with that smell.
Yeah. Do you think they would describe Mr. Ryder as smelling good? Or do you think they'd see through his...
Yeah, I think they'd see through it.
Yeah.
I think he's wearing a dab of cologne on each side, and they know it's not natural.
Yeah.
So.
I will say, and this might not make it into the thing.
Oh, good. I love this start.
One of the things that I thought was really funny was, Rebecca, who turns out to be George's daughter, comes into town, and then later there's a scene where the detective is talking, and he's like, he describes her as the attractive, plump redhead, and I was just like, I feel like you didn't have to say plump. Like, you could have just been like the attractive redhead. It wasn't like it was a confusing situation.
Why is it worse that he included plump?
I just think it didn't seem necessary to me.
Well, it's a descriptive. It helps describe
the
person, right?
I think we would have probably figured out who George's only living relative was
without
plump.
Knowing that she's
also, and I don't remember her being described that way before.
Yeah, but it's something that he noticed.
Yeah.
He was like,
and he's a detective, so obviously
he's like, this thick girl.
Now, if it would have said that, I would have.
She's thick.
Yeah, if they would have said that, I would have understood it. But
yeah, but they're Scottish or Irish, whatever.
Yeah.
It's gotta be Irish, right? They're
Yeah.
drinking Guinness.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You would think.
Well, they were letting the sheep drink Guinness.
Right, but I mean, from that, the implication is that they keep it at the bar and that people also drink.
No, they just have vats full of it for the sheep.
They just have it for the sheep.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
No, I like that story with them being on the hill. I think another thing that could have worked is if...
oh, and how the story ends?
No, you're...
Yeah, I mean the story that I was telling about.
Oh,
the
yeah.
sheep see Mary on the hill, and then what happens is that Melmotte,
yeah,
the mysterious
the
sheep
cool
that
ram,
comes back, a ram, sorry, he headbutts Mr. Ryder off of the cliff
to his death.
To his death.
Nice.
Well, we never learn whether he dies. We just see him go over.
Yeah, cliffhanger.
Yeah, maybe. If you
Probably
keep
not.
A grip.
Oh.
Get a grip, Mr. Ryder.
That's what, Mr. Bagley? What's his name? What's the
Hayward?
Hayward.
Mr. Hayward.
That's the...
He's the one we like.
Here's Mr. Hayward. Here's another way that it could cross over.
Okay.
Is the person reading the last will of George could have been Mr. Hayward because he's a lawyer.
That would have been good.
Yeah.
And he kind of relishes in it a little bit, which I don't know that Hayward would.
No, I think he would. If someone left their fortune to sheep, I think Mr. Hayward would think that's pretty freaking...
Maybe. But he was very
Imagine him coming home to Mary afterwards and telling her,
Mary, you're not gonna believe the will that I executed today.
Yeah.
He left everything to his sheep, and his sheep are gonna be taken care of by his daughter.
Which the sheep chose.
They chose her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty good ending.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this a 260 degree, actually.
You're bumping it up?
I think about it. I like it. I like how the lawyer was toying with them to tell.
That was fun.
He's like, I know you all want to hear this, and I'm going to take my time.
Yeah. And then
he's like, your clock's wrong. I'm not reading this yet. I mean, messing with them.
He says something, and he one of the people interject, and he's like, this is what it says in the will. He's like,
yeah.
It was just a very funny moment. Not laugh out loud funny though.
No, there was only one moment in this book that was laugh out loud funny. And you know what? When I find it, I will put it in the comments of this video because I can't think of it right now.
So obviously a big moment. So we're going to tackle an epic adventure next.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do the Odyssey by Homer, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. There is a.
Do we have to read the Iliad too?
No.
By Bart.
Simpsons joke. Nice. Um, did you know that I was never allowed to watch The Simpsons?
No.
Or
have you watched it?
No.
As an adult.
So I never watched The Simpsons or South Park.
Okay, well, South Park, I can understand more why you might not have been allowed to watch that when you were a child and somebody had some say over your life.
Yeah.
The Simpsons, I think, was a little bit more like.
Yeah. I don't know. Never watched it.
Consumable, digestible, like not as much shocking content or explicit sort of stuff. Anyways.
Okay, so back to the Odyssey. So we're gonna read that, and we're gonna try to get this to where we can read it, and then that Christopher Nolan adaptation of the Odyssey will come out in a couple weeks, and that should be a lot of fun to see the differences between the original book.
I saw the trailer for it when I went to the movies this weekend. Looks great.
What movie did you see?
I think it's called Detective? The Gray Zone. Ace Ventura, Sheep Detective. Oh, if Jim Carrey is in this
He's not.
Movie, it would be amazing.
It would be good because Jim Carrey's in it, not because it's a good, like...
No, it would be
good. Okay.
So, I think the movie was called The Gray Zone. It was like a Guy Ritchie movie, and it had Jake Gyllenhaal, Henry Cavill.
Oh, I said Cavill.
And some other people you'd recognize, but it was good.
Hugh Jackman?
No Hugh Jackman, but he very well could have played Jake Gyllenhaal or Henry Cavill's characters, I believe.
As Wolverine, though.
Only as Wolverine.
So do you feel the same way about Henry Cavill as Superman?
No, Henry Cavill can play whoever he wants. He's amazing and handsome, and he can do what he wants.
You heard it here, folks. Hugh Jackman is not amazing and handsome. He cannot do whatever he wants.
He is, but he should stay as Wolverine.
He's really...
Some people are just meant to play one thing, you know?
I don't...
John Hamm is Don Draper, and that's it.
And that's it.
You know? He can play whoever he wants, but whenever I see him in a movie, I'm like, what's Don Draper doing here?
But don't you think that means if they were capable of being such an iconic role, that they should also be able to try to do other roles because they could potentially be as iconic as that role?
Yes.
Like,
point in case, Bryan Cranston.
Or I was going to bring up someone from like an age that you would understand, like Harrison Ford. Imagine if they would have been like...
Harrison Ford? How old do you think I am?
You're like in your 40s.
Yeah. Harrison Ford.
Were you born...
Star Wars came out in like the 70s, dude.
Were you born before 1980?
No.
How close to 1980 were you born?
What does that matter?
I'm just curious.
Doesn't make any difference.
Were you born in the span of the original trilogy?
When was the last?
84, I think.
I guess I was born before the last was released, but I wouldn't be old enough to watch it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to see The Lion King, and it came out the year I was born.
Yeah, that's
because my mom is a irresponsible.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a whole different movie. You're allowed to watch The Lion King, but not
The Simpsons. You think that that's the same?
I mean, there's an uncle that murders a dad in one.
Well, Mufasa falls. It's hard to say whether or not Scar caused that. He tries to save him. Did you see? He tries to grab his paws. Um, no. But think about this. Harrison Ford was Han Solo.
That's right.
Imagine if they would have been like, "That's so iconic. Let's not give him Indiana Jones."
That's the Harrison Ford that I know.
Indiana Jones.
Yes, that's what I grew up with.
Yeah, and then he became the president of the United States.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Harrison Ford became president?
Yeah.
When?
It was like 1988, I think, or something.
I miss this.
Air Force One.
Oh, I thought you meant that he got elected.
I mean, in that movie, I guess he did.
Imagine the world we could be living in right now.
Yeah. So, we're reading the Odyssey. We'll see you in 2 weeks. That will be...
What date? Hey, in the meantime, let me tell you, you should come get your copy here at Dragonfly Book Bar in Bristol, Virginia. You can get 10% off of your copy if you come by it here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They got all kinds of books, like these books.
And these books?
And these books. You got this FDR book.
Ooh.
I hear he was pretty good.
So good, he was elected 4 times.
They were like, you can't stop this dude.
Yeah. And then they were like, actually, maybe we shouldn't let that happen anymore. So.
I think he created the South Holston Lake.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't build it. Let's give credit to the workers, but
yeah,
it's part of the New Deal. So he was somehow responsible.
So the next episode will come out June 23rd.
Oh, nice.
So read the Odyssey. We will probably get an opportunity to talk about a lot of different pop culture things that play off the Odyssey, things like that. It's a very classic story, so it should be a lot of fun. So, Shawn, do you want to?
Hey, thanks for listening to Books in Bathos. I'm Shawn Carter.
And I'm Chris Tester.
And we've been here at Dragonfly Book Bar in Bristol, Virginia.
Mm-hmm. You can follow us at Books and Bathos Pod.
Or you can follow me at Shawn Carter Comedy.
Or me at chris.b.tester on Instagram and Facebook.
We love you.